Of all these places, in the first Bali vlog, we covered places from South Bali like Surfer's Paradise, Suluban Beach, Dreamland Beach, GWK Cultural Park, and famous Uluwatu Temple. In this second vlog, we are covering the best part of Bali trip, Nusa Penida Island, which has the top two most breathtaking beaches in Bali. We checked out of the hotel at 6 and took the shuttle taxi to Sanur port. We reached Sanur port before 8 and collected our tickets for the ferry service at Stone. Our ferry was scheduled at 8:30 but departed late by an hour. After all such delays, we reached the Kelingking beach late at 11 instead of the expected 9:30.
We finally reached the spot, the Kelingking beach. The cliff has a distinctive shape like that of a T-Rex dinosaur. For Instagram or not, a selfie with T-Rex is a must. This is undoubtedly the number one spot in Nusa Penida Island. As expected, we saw tourists in huge numbers in line along the top of the ridge taking selfies. And why not? It was unique. But not as many tourists dare to go down to the actual seashore, which is an adventure in itself. Definitely wear shoes and not flip-flops and carry at least 1 liter of water as it gets so hot and humid there that you feel very dehydrated and thirsty by the time you return. The hike was challenging and tested our physical strength. The beach got more visible as we reached on the back of T-Rex. And from there we could see some mesmerizing waves having crystal clear water. What a color of the water! The swimmers appeared as tiny ants from this vantage point.
From here on, it started to get tougher. As the path was narrow, many times we had to wait for people returning to pass through. When we had got down almost 80% of the distance, we decided to return because it was already noon. Sun was on the top and we had not planned to swim there anyways. We didn't want to miss the other spots altogether. Nevertheless, the hike was worth it, as even from where we were, the waves were spectacular. If we had reached there in time, we would have definitely gone all the way down.
When we returned to the top, suddenly it started raining heavily. And then we felt we were lucky that we made the right decision to return in time. While it was raining for more than an hour, we had a much needed lunch in Warung near the spot. After Kelingking beach, we reached Angel's Billabong in 30 minutes drive. It's a natural infinity pool. There are Google images of people swimming in this pool, but there was no one when we reached. It seems safe to swim in low tide but feels risky in high tide as there is a roaring sea at the edge. Just next to the infinity pool, splashing tides on the rocks formed a nice view of thousands of small water streams. It was quite thrilling when we got closer to the edge.
We took some pics and went to Broken Beach, which hardly took 2-3 minutes to reach by walk. Our car was still parked at the same place, close to Angel's Billabong. I believe the Broken Beach would look its best during high tide and clear sunny weather. We then skipped our last planned spot, Crystal Bay, as the weather was not that good. And we left directly for our hotel for the night, which was located on other side of the island an hour's drive away.
Ogix Cliff Paradise, or hotel for the night in Nusa Penida, is also famous in the region for its nice food, which turned out to be true. As this hotel was on a small cliff on the shore, the night landscape of the sea was quite soothing to see. Now imagine waking up to the sunrise from here. The main reason why we chose this hotel. An awesome panoramic view just outside our room. So calm that we could spend the whole day relaxing.
But as per our plan, after breakfast, we checked out of hotel at 9 and left for our next destination, Diamond Beach, on the southeast tip of Nusa Penida, which was just 30 minutes drive from our hotel. This was the second reason to choose this hotel on east side. From our experience, Diamond Beach was the second best beach we saw in Bali after Kelingking Beach. It is a white sand beach with crystal blue water and some nice coconut trees and greenery on one side. This beach is named Diamond Beach because of the diamond-shaped rock near the beach.
Here again, we had to climb down half an hour, but it was easy compared to yesterday's Kelingking beach hike. They had carved out these nice steps inside the steep limestone cliff, and because of that, many tourists were going all the way down to the seashore. Near the end, there are no clear steps but a rocky patch that is manageable. These steps were carved out in 2018, and before that, the beach was not accessible because of a sheer cliff.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
also enjoyed the Bali swing here. Most of the other Bali swings have a background of lush greenery and rice fields, but this one was unique. With that sea view and diamond in the middle, it was an exhilarating experience.
This was from the top left point of the curved cliff. Later, we also went to the rightmost point on the opposite side of the cliff, called the Thousand Island Viewpoint. But to reach here, we had to first travel 1 kilometer by car and then hike down the 10-minute trail again. You can come here if you have spare time and stamina to go down and hike up the steep hill again. Apart from us, hardly one or two tourists were present there, but the view was nice.
After visiting these breathtaking places in Nusa Penida, we went to the port to catch a ferry and to return to the main island, Bali. Do watch our upcoming video where we cover the rest of Bali, spanning a much bigger area, including shopping at Ubud Market and waterfalls in central Bali. A temple on the volcanic mountain facing another volcanic mountain, an ATV ride on the east, Lake Temple on the north, and Sea Temple on the west. We will also summarize the overall itinerary and expenses in it.